There's at least three things that don't bother George Bush. It's public opinion, it's the law, and it's Congress. And this shows in various executive orders, presidential directives, and some of the laws and stealth provisions that his administration has pushed through the law that give him basically dictatorial powers. He has become the imperial president. For example, last fall, the Republicans still controlled Congress. Right before the elections and the Democrats got into office, the Bush administration added two stealth provisions to the mammoth defense budget bill, which gave the president the power to declare martial law, ignoring two other federal laws that say that the military shouldn't be the domestic police force. And it's basically for any reason he wants to, and he didn't even have to tell Congress till after he's done it. He can go ahead and ignore Congress. About 6 months later, in May of 2007, he issued an executive order giving him the power to take over the country in any catastrophic event. That would be a hurricane, it could be another 9/11, whatever he deems necessary. He can take over the entire federal government, which again gives him near dictatorial powers. Most recently, he held our already weak Congress hostage by saying they couldn't go home till after they passed a legislation for the summer recess, and the legislation is the Protect America Act of 2007. The title alone should give you an idea that something's up and you have to be careful. What this legislation does, it gives Congress to spy on America's phone calls with no security justification. It's as one author has said, it is power without responsibility. Clearly, what's happening here, and the president's laying the foundation to do away with the Bill of Rights, which protects us against an imperial presidency. In July 2007, President Bush issued another executive order entitled, and I'm reading it carefully here, blocking property of certain persons who threaten the stabilization efforts in Iraq. Under this executive order, it gives the president the power to freeze the financial assets of anyone that threatens the stability of Iraq and the reforming or setting up the government of Iraq. Amazingly, this executive order applies to anybody who indirectly in any way might threaten the stability of Iraq, which again could be peace protesters. In other words, you better be careful what you say about Iraq if you don't want to end up on this list. Who is to blame for all this? The media doesn't tell the public most of these things are happening. Occasionally you see newspaper articles, things on the internet, but our TV news is horrible. The TV news is focused on all kinds of strange events, from bridges that collapse with 4 people killed, etc. Important items, but not important enough to overshadow the fact that we may have a president who's taking over the federal government and our nation. The real blame lies with Congress. Congress is supposed to be the group that oversees the president and makes sure he doesn't go too far. This Congress we have now, the so-called Democratic Congress, is not any better than the Republican Congress. They're off doing sideshows by investigating people like Alberto Gonzales, while the President of the United States undauntedly moves forward doing whatever he wants to do. He knows that Congress is not going to stop him. So it's up to we, the people, to hold these people accountable. And we're talking about the people in Congress. They've got to reel this president in. If not, it's going to be like the John Fogerty song, Fortunate Son, where he says, while they're playing hell to the chief, they're aiming the cannons at you.